Welcome back to My Life Financial, your insurance brokers. I got something really cool I want to share with you here, and let's get it pulled up. All right, so you see the title of this video being about life insurance. Boring, right? I know. Well, this isn't boring, and this is the reason why. I've started looking at this concept of the infinite banking concept. A lot of people have heard it. Maybe you heard it on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and all these different places, maybe even YouTube right here. But this whole concept where you can invest money into a life insurance policy, it grows a death benefit, which is the payout when you pass away, but it also grows this cash value account. And this cash value account is money you can access at any time, no questions asked. You are in control. And that's why they call it the infinite banking. Is if you have 20,000 available in your cash value, you could borrow it to go buy a car, start a business, supplement income, emergency fund, anything and everything. Buy a camper. My wife and I bought a camper with ours, go on vacation, do some stuff on your house. Like it's endless. Well, I got looking at that concept, thinking about like for kids. I've got young kids, so I'm like, man, where's some areas I could start investing money? Because I believe in this system so much. My wife and I invest into it. I'm like, what if I started this type of a policy for my children at a really young age and just put $100 a month into it? What would it look like? So that's what I want to show you right here. We're going to call this client My Life Financial because they're just kind of the best, right? And let's just say 08/06/2022. So we'll just say 2 years old, age 2. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Here we go. There we go. Okay. August 6, 2022. So they are 2 years old right here, right now. Currently right now I'm in Wyoming. So let's just show Wyoming. That really doesn't change a whole lot. So I'm going to do a little calculation right here. And so let's say $100 a month. I'm going to put, and I'll explain what this stuff means here in a little bit. I'm going to put $55 a month there. I'm going to put $45 a month there. 45, 55. Did I get my numbers wrong? This stupid thing. There we go. 55, 45. I'm telling you guys, there's too many things to change on here. So, okay, we changed it to monthly. Okay, so we're putting $55 a month into the base of the policy. I'm going to start off there, see what it does. But we're going to put 55 there, and then we're going to put 45 into what's called the paid up additions. This is where we get a lot of our growth. So we want to put as little as possible here. But I think when I ran this last, this was going to show the better options. So we got to run this illustration. I actually started looking at this for my daughter, my son, and I've been like really studying it and looking at it. Shared it with another guy. He bought a policy right then and there. He's like, "Yep, I want to put $1,200 a year into a policy for our son." I was like, "Okay, nice and easy, sweet." We nailed it right on the head. Pretty dang close right there. Okay, we're gonna scroll down here. So this is for $1,200 a year. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to show you right here. Number I look at, see this MP. So that means we could put $1,216.31 per month into this policy. We're just putting $1,200, so we're going to let that $16 go. But this is where it gets really fun, you guys. Look at these guaranteed values. So this total surrender value is the cash value, and then total death benefit. So this is the guaranteed. This is the non-guaranteed based on how the company's been performing. You can see the numbers are a little bit different. I'll show you the guaranteeds. So it's just like, okay, so at 2 years old, you started putting $100 a month into a policy. By the time they are 12, 10 years into the policy, you have $8,123 available. Well, let's do the math. So 1,200 times 10, $12,000. Okay, so you're a little bit negative still. Let's go down here, 15 years. Okay, so 1,200 times 15, 1,200 times 15. Okay, so you've put in 18,000, they have 14,000 available. Let's go to age 18. Nope, right here, age 18. Okay, $1,200 in premium. Year 16, 16 times 1,200 is $19,200. Okay, you've put in $19,200 into the policy, and they would have available $15,531. And there's some things I can do to sweeten this up a little bit, but that's the guaranteed. All right. Well, if we look over here, the non-guaranteed based off, hey, this is how we've been performing, we feel confident with this, but it's not a guarantee. So they're predicting that you're actually going to be $2,000, well, $1,500 more, whatever the math is there. Yeah, 1,500 more in cash value. So it's like, okay, cool. So you've put in 1,200 per year, and now you have 17,000 available. And your child has now turned 18, and you teach them how this policy works, and you gift it to them. Let's see what continues to happen. Let's go down to year 30. So they are now 32 years old. They're 30 years old. 1,200 times 30 is $36,000. And they're predicting, the guaranteed is 38,000, but they're predicting 47. So do you see where we're getting here now? Was it crazy, wildly good right at the start? No, but you are building up cash. I mean, by the time they're 18 years old, they're going to have access to $15,000 to $17,000. Help them buy a vehicle, help pay for college, help pay for anything and everything they want to do. And we'll talk about the value of that and why I would borrow from this before I went and got a loan for a car or anything, especially young starting out. We can talk about those things. And if you guys really want to learn, let me know, because there's some good stuff here, but for sake of the video. But let's just, for curiosity, let's say now they're down to, let's just pick should we pick a 65-year-old just for fun? Oh, you guys are going to notice the premium starts dropping as well. And that's because of a thing called a modified endowment contract. We never want to cross the MEC limit. Remember this 1216? We never want to cross that number. And so the policy says, hey, if we're ever going to cross the MEC limit, because it changes how they're taxed and things happen with them, make sure we never MEC. So do you notice that this plan gets cheaper over time? So let's just do to right here, just for sake of easy numbers. So 51, so 1,200 a year times 51. So you've put in 62,000 or $61,200, and the guaranteed is they're going to have access to 97,000. But the non-guaranteed, based on how the policy's been doing, is $147,000, and they have 418 or guaranteed 284, but they do good. So maybe even if it's just 400,000, right? So even if it's lower, 350, they have $350,000 of life insurance that's never going to go away, guaranteed for life. It's going to last as long as they last. They've only put $1,200 a year into this from the moment they were 2 years old till now, and they have access to dang near possibly $150,000 in cash value. And you've only put in $61,000. So you've more than doubled your money. Do you see how cool that is? All right. Well, now we're going to start dropping premium significantly, especially year 55 of the policy. Now they're only putting $660 into it. So 660 divided by 12. Now they're only $55 a month. Instead of 100 a month, we've dropped to 55 a month, but we're still going from 178 to 186. Do you see how much cash they've gained? What is that? $8,000 in cash they've gained, but they only put $660 into the policy. Do you see why I've started looking at this like, holy crap, this is something we could do for our kids that would help them for a long time. I mean, at age 65, non-guaranteed is 253, guaranteed is 144, so right at 150. They get into their 80s. Now you're into the high 400,000s, guaranteed 200,000s. I more look at the non-guaranteed number because I've never not seen a policy perform this way. I mean, they are out there. There's corrections and different things in the market, but I always look at the non-guaranteed because it's like, hey, based on how the company's been performing, this is pretty sweet. But even the guaranteed values, it's still super good. Like you've only put in, less than $100,000 and they have access to all this plus a really good death benefit. Like you just solved a life insurance problem for your children for the rest of their life. In today's world, there is less life insurance than there ever has been. More people are passing away without life insurance, leaving family, friends, neighbors, anybody that's willing to help and pay for people's funerals. Like that's what we're stuck with, right? Like a lot of churches and communities and things like that have to help with stuff. Well, as long as you teach your kid how this truly works, you just solved a life insurance problem for the rest of their life, and you gave them access to a significant amount of cash at a very low entry point cost. So I think it's pretty cool. This is the strategy my wife and I use. We put a good amount of money into one of these every year. And what I would teach my children to do is I'm going to teach them to do this. I'm going to gift them the policy whenever they're ready to understand how it truly works and they understand the concept. They're not just going to pull all the cash out and go blow it on stupid crap. But as soon as they understand the concept, as soon as they turn 18, I'm going to help them start another one because I want them to build up as much as possible. Because even though this is really, really good and it's going to be a huge benefit for them, I want them to have even more. I want to teach my kids how to put millions and millions of dollars into these policies because of what it's going to do for them tax-wise, death-wise, and leverage-wise. There's just an incredible amount of things. These policies also do pay dividends. You're going to notice that dividend going up every single year, which is a positive. It's going to help them grow their cash value. So kind of a cool concept. That's on a 2-year-old. Well, if you're 20, 30, 40, and this is a cool concept, you guys, if you put 5, 10,000 a year into one of these policies, it gets really, really cool. So that's what I'm going to teach my kids to do. But just in the present moment, with my kids, if I could build up even $5,000 to $10,000 in cash by the time they're teenagers and teach them that that is their bank. And if they want to go buy a car, we're going to use that policy to finance their car. And then I'm going to teach them how to make payments back into there so that they are paying back their policy. So now they're not paying the bank or credit union or anybody else interest. They're paying that interest to themselves into their policy and growing it over time. It's just an incredible leverage of money and some super cool things. So I want to share that with you guys. If you have questions with this, My Life Financial is my agency. We do health insurance. We help people with Medicare, life insurance, this infinite banking concept with life insurance, whole life. We help people with annuities. And if you'd like to learn more, have questions, give us a call, 435-557-3170, or check out our website, www.mylifefinancial.io, okay, .io. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. We are your health and Medicare and life insurance agents. Checking out My Life Financial. My name is Jared Briggs. Thanks for listening. See you guys.